Welcome guys, I'm Kelly Anthony. This is the Anthony Kitchen, and today I'm gonna show you how to make a classic steakhouse salad at home. We are making a wedge salad, but not just any wedge salad, a souped up wedge salad with a chunky blue cheese dressing, savory bacon, grape tomatoes, and a little chopped shallot. This salad is cool, crisp, refreshing, yet savory all at the same time. It is absolutely perfect alongside a steak or on its own. This salad comes together really quick and really easy. You're gonna start with iceberg lettuce. I'm gonna show you how to cut it up and keep it intact. Then we're gonna get to the rest of the vegetables, just a little chopping, not too much, and what would be a wedge salad without bacon. So I'm gonna show you how to chop up bacon and fry it perfectly for your salad. If you've ever been intimidated by making this dish at home, rest assured, I'm here to ease all your fears. So what we're gonna do first is grab a dish towel and just have that ready and laid out on the counter. We need the dish towel to absorb the excess water after we've rinsed the lettuce. You cannot run this clearly through a salad spinner. So you wanna have your towel ready to go. And now let's talk about the lettuce itself. As you can see, not every head of iceberg lettuce was created equal. You've got smaller ones and you've got bigger ones. So I think that the smaller ones are probably easier to work with to create a perfect quarter wedge, but you could probably get 6 wedges out of this, but it's gonna take a little more skill to keep it together. So let's keep it easy and go with a smaller head of lettuce when you're making a wedge salad at home. You wanna begin with the core side up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our best to slice directly down the middle of the core. So I'm gonna cut this in half, okay? And now we'll turn it over, just like so. And we're gonna cut right through the core again. Just place your knife at the center here and cut it down the middle. Same goes for the other side. Perfect. Now you might have some flyaways and that's okay. So what we're gonna do now is take this and we're just gonna delicately run it under some cool running water just to rinse it and make sure we get all the dirt and grit off. I love a wedge salad. I order it every single date night when my husband and I go out to our favorite steak restaurant. And this is actually kind of a play on what they do there. So this is a little gourmet spin on a wedge salad. So we've got our iceberg ready to go. Now we're gonna move on to our tomatoes. So I've already got my tomatoes already washed and ready to go. I'm gonna cut them in half lengthwise. You don't have to do this. I just prefer smaller bites of tomato. So just grab a few, bring them over to the cutting board. And then I use a little serrated paring knife to cut tomatoes. So I'm just gonna cut them in half. And I just wanna do enough to have maybe like 4 or 5 tomatoes per wedge. Okay, I think this ought to be enough. I'll just get these into a bowl off to the side for now. I'm just gonna wipe down my board, get those seeds out of there, and now we'll move on to the shallot. So I like a shallot for a wedge salad because it's got a little bit of that garlicky flavor to it. But if you don't wanna do a shallot, you could also do red onion or just leave it out altogether. Either way, we're gonna slice it up really thin. So let's get into it. As you can see, I took the tip off and now I'm just gonna run my knife alongside the top of it and make just a little break so that I can get in there and easily peel that outer layer off into the trash. And now I'll slice it up really thin. On to the bacon. So I don't use wimpy bacon for a wedge salad. This is a steakhouse salad, so you need some good thick cut bacon. Plus, thick cut bacon is easier to cut. So I've got 8 slices of thick cut bacon, and I'm just gonna take a good sharp knife and cut those in half. Now, I'll just break them into a few slices And what I like to do to cut the bacon into cubes is take the bacon and cut it lengthwise, and then I'm gonna cut some big hearty cubes for this. So maybe about like a 1/2 inch on this dice is great. And I'll just continue on with the rest of the bacon. And as you can see, I saved this task for last. I don't have any more vegetables that I have to chop up. This is because I didn't want to have to use a second board or have to wash this board. I mean, who wants to do dishes? So we've got just a nice big dice, and then this is gonna go over to a fry pan over medium-high heat, and we're gonna saute it, stirring just every so often for 8 to 10 minutes until your cubes are nice and crispy, cooked to your liking. The only elements left that we have yet to get to for the wedge salad is the croutons. Can't have a salad without croutons, and the blue cheese dressing. We made this dressing just last week, so if you haven't caught that episode, be sure to check it out. It's really easy to make and it comes together super fast. So this is our chunky homemade blue cheese dressing, and it is going to take your wedge salad to a whole nother level. So let's get started with the plating. If you're having company, this is really a beautiful way to plate a platter of salads. So I'm gonna take the wedge and just prop it over here just like this. So I like to use the blue cheese as sort of like glue for the rest of the ingredients. So the lettuce goes down, and now I'm just gonna add some blue cheese right across the top and just give it a little bit of help to fall over the edges here. Okay, and we'll just keep going. If you don't like blue cheese, feel free to sub in ranch. That would also work just fine here. So as you can see, I'm pretty generous when it comes to the blue cheese, but you can add as little or as much as you'd like. Next, I'm gonna add the tomatoes. You just sprinkle them over or around. Okay, that's probably enough tomatoes. We gotta save room for the croutons. So those will go across next. Yum, yum, yum. Now for the shallots. You could also use French fried onions for this. That would be so delicious. And last but not least, the bacon. This reminds me of confetti, except for it's just confetti that you just cannot wait to eat. Just the last finishing touches here. We're gonna make sure we've got flavor in every single bite. Hit it with a little bit of black pepper, not too much, and a nice sprinkle of salt. There you go. A perfect restaurant-style wedge salad at home. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe at theanthonykitchen.com for this recipe and hundreds more. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Anthony Kitchen. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.